Hey everyone, welcome back to the Budget Builds YouTube channel. This is a new channel I'm starting up. A couple of things we're going to do with it. It's going to be some of the vehicles I've got and how to build a vehicle without spending a ton of money. I kind of pride myself in that. That's something I've always done. I've been able to put together some pretty unique vehicles and motorcycles with a fairly low budget because honestly I don't have a big budget. So I'm a car guy and I want to have unique and fun vehicles, so I figure out a way to make it happen. And we're going to first start out this channel with some videos on the Ramcharger. So what the heck's a Ramcharger? A lot of people know about the Ramcharger that was in the US, I believe in the 70s through the 80s. I think they stopped them on about 93. They're big, boxy, just like the Blazer, the K5 Blazers, the Broncos. They were available in four-wheel drive. They had big V8 engines. And then that kind of fizzled out in the US. You know, there was the two-door Tahoe, obviously the Bronco, and the old Ramcharger. Tahoe kind of lasted the longest. I believe you could get those, I'm not sure on the exact year, but I'd probably guess around 96, 97 was the end of the two-door Tahoes, Yukons. Well, this one is, obviously we're down here in Mexico, and in Mexico, the two-door SUV trend kind of hung on a little longer. And you see a lot of the two-door Tahoes, two-door Yukons, and you see these. And this is a 2000 Dodge Ramcharger, and what they are is, so from 1999 to I believe 2001, Dodge had a small budget to continue making the Mexican Ramcharger. And so what it is it's the front end of a Ram pickup, 1500 Ram, second gen, and the rear end is kind of its own thing. And so a few of the facts on these: there was a equivalent of a $3 million budget for design on this. So they had to design a vehicle on about $3 million. Luckily, they didn't have to design a whole vehicle. They just designed the rear of a vehicle. So they took the front end of a Ram 1500. They developed this, to be honest, fairly ugly rear end. Resembles a Caravan. It is not, however, a Caravan. So let's go take a look at that. So let's answer some of the commonly asked questions about the Ramcharger. First one you get is those taillights are from a Caravan. They are not. Let's move in closer, you can tell. They follow the body line, which is not the body line on a Caravan. They are a unique, specific to this vehicle taillight, and they're very hard to find. Even here in Mexico, finding a parts Ramcharger is very hard to find. There's very few of these still on the road here in good condition. I see a few in awful condition, and every now and then I come across a post of a parts truck. Usually the taillights are gone. Next thing you get is this hatch. It's from a Caravan. Now, that can be debated. It is the exact cut, but the handle for the tailgate is in a different location. So they did use some parts from the parts bin to create this, but it is not the exact hatch. My guess is you could probably bolt the Caravan one on here. I'm not sure how the latch system would work, but it is a little different. Next, inside. What's the difference? Well, let's show you. Go ahead and get inside here. Now, mine actually is a pretty decent one. It's dirty on the outside right now, but let's take a look. So these seats, I believe, are unique to the Mexican Ramcharger. I haven't ever seen them in a second gen. Dash is the same, steering wheel's the same, console's the same. Here's where things start to change. I do got a couple of car seats in the back, but obviously we got this seat here. And it is unique to the Ramcharger as well. It is not a seat from a Caravan. It's not from a Durango. It's a unique seat just for this vehicle. You can kind of see if you look at the roof where the line is there, that's where the cab ended on a regular cab Ram. And where they went from there, building the Ramcharger. So we'll close this side up. Dash is actually in pretty good shape. Most of the second gen Rams, if you're familiar, there's nothing left to them. If you touch them, they fall to dust. Got a little crack in the glove box door, but other than that, it is solid. Don't want to take it apart too many times because it is old and it's getting brittle, but it is currently in decent shape. Door panels as well, in great shape. So back here, this is another unique to the Ramcharger piece. Let me open this up here, I'll show you. It's got a third row seat, but it sits the opposite way that we're used to. Also its own piece. So you can see that. I haven't ever used it. Doesn't look like it's ever been used. Doesn't look real comfortable, not much headroom, but it's there. So what's what are the powertrains in the Ramchargers? Well, there's a couple options. They had the 5.2 and the 5.9 option. You could get the 5.2 with a manual transmission. 5.9, I believe, was only available with the automatic. Mine is the 5.9 with the automatic. It is the exact engine that they put in the Ram in the US. Go ahead and show you that. So there you have it. It's a 5.9 Magnum gas guzzler. And this one leaks a little oil from the intake manifold. We'll get that taken care of at some point. It's a common issue on these. Other than that, it's actually a pretty clean engine bay. Nothing too crazy going on. See here, it's all in Spanish. So I bought this, so I ended up in Mexico on an expat assignment for my wife's job. We bought this. I knew I was going to buy something. It was either going to be an old Beetle or a Ramcharger. I was aware of them before coming here. Kind of always thought that was a neat vehicle. So got down here, picked this one up. Didn't pay a whole lot for it. Got a really good deal on it. Like I said before, there's not a lot of them. Most of them are beat. So I picked it up pretty cheap. My plan is to bring it up to Michigan. It was completely stock when I bought it. Kind of regret lowering the suspension here in Mexico because I don't have a lot of tools down here, so I ended up paying a shop to do it, and they hack jobbed it. They just removed leaf springs out of the back and took the factory blocks out of there. And I think they just cut the front coils. They do look like a newer coil. Maybe they put a lowering spring in there, but they probably just cut them. So once it gets back into Michigan, we'll go ahead and freshen all that up, put in new leaves in the back. We'll do something with the front. Not sure if I want to bring it back up to the factory height and put some OEM 3rd gen or 4th gen wheels on it. Otherwise, I have some 22s that are kind of nice that look okay on there. If we can get it riding a little better, nice and low, maybe we'll go with those again. But yeah, this is just a quick video on what the heck is a Ramcharger. You know, you see every now and then one will pop up on Marketplace, and you know, they ask anywhere from $5,000 to $12,000 for them in the U.S. The thing I find most common with the ones in the U.S. already is they don't have a U.S. title. They're still all the Mexican paperwork, which will become a challenge for whoever buys it to try to get that legalized in the U.S. The way I'm doing mine is mine qualifies for the 25-year rule, which means it's pretty much exempt to emission standards, I believe even some of the safety standards. Just got to have the VIN verified by a state sheriff in the state of Michigan, and this has a 17-digit VIN, so that's why the VIN verification is important. They're going to verify the VIN, and I got to get importation document at the border, so I am driving it across the border. And if you follow this channel, I'm going to have a series on that, and then when we get it back into the U.S., I'm not sure what we'll do with it. For sure, we're going to fix up the suspension, probably get that intake manifold gasket leak taken care of. However, if I go into that, I do want to do a little more with it. I think kind of be cool to throw a little Lopey cam in there and maybe some headers. Just make it a little more fun for car shows. If not, maybe I'll sell it. Maybe I'll see what I can get for trade on it, see if anybody else is interested in it. Probably drive it around for a season or two and see how we go from there. Not deeply attached to it yet. Kids will really like it though. I think that would be the hardest part of getting rid of it. The kids like it. But thanks for checking out Budget Builds. This is going to be a new channel. Hopefully not just the Ramcharger. I got other vehicles we'll put some videos together on, and hopefully we'll do some other builds. I want to try to put together a few kind of these like you know, $5,000 to $7,000 car projects that are, you know, within reach for most people's budget, and they're still cool and fun. And I'm a big fan of 90s and early 2000s cars, so we'll probably do that. I kind of hoping on maybe doing like a SN95 Mustang build, trying to keep it under 7,000 and still making it fun, maybe even car show worthy. That's one of them. We might do a $7,000 overland build, try to pick something up cheap that we can turn into a weekend overland vehicle. So those are kind of some of the ideas I'm gonna go with for the channel. So thanks for checking it out. Please like, subscribe it. We're gonna see if we can grow this, and Stay tuned. There'll be a whole series on this Ramcharger, from everything from getting it out of here across the border and all the way back into Michigan. Thanks for watching.